welcome back to Photography with Stuart. Hope you've all been doing well and are staying safe. But today we're going to bring you a new video, and this one is again in our series of photography projects you can try at home, and this one is water drip photography. And for this we're going to use some pretty standard kit. So as always, I've got my XT2 with the 18-55mm kit lens. If you have a macro lens, it's going to be better for this, but it can be done with a kit lens. In fact, you could do this with pretty much any camera you like. If you don't have a macro lens, you could always try an extension tube, and I'm going to be using an extension tube for this. This is a 10mm one. I think the set cost me about £25 for this, and a 16mm one. Ideally you're going to want off-camera flash. So today I'm using my Godox AD200, my workhorse of a light. Absolutely love these things. I've got a couple of them. If you don't have an off-camera flash, there is a link in the description to quite a budget flash with a trigger. I think you can pick that up for around about £106. But if you don't have any of that, don't worry too much, because you could also use a lamp. The setup is slightly different, but I'll explain that to you a bit later on. So you could use any camera and a lamp for some good images, or you could use your DSLR or your mirrorless camera and a flash for some awesome images. So I'm also going to need a piece of glass. Now to do this, I've taken a piece of glass out of a frame that I had knocking around the house, so that was ideal. And you're also going to want some rain repellent or some water repellent. This one is Rain X, I think it's the most common brand around, and I picked this up from the local supermarket for around about £5. And also a spray bottle with water. And for your subjects, you're going to want anything colourful and anything patterned. So today I'm going to be using some old packets. This one's some Easter, and this one's some sweets that the kids had. I can also use, I've got a box file, a box lid, I've got a dress. It's not my dress, it's my daughter's dress, by the way. And I'm also going to use one of my daughter's paintings, which is ideal. And I think we're ready to get going. Oh, just before we do get started, I've ordered a new lens, and I've got the Fuji 90mm f2 lens coming soon, so I'm hoping to do a couple of videos with that as well coming up. So let's get everything set up and get some images. Right, so I have everything set up. I've got my two stools here, which is holding up my piece of glass, which I sprayed with the water. And in the background there, I have my Godox AD200, which is pointing down towards the glass. So with the angle of incidence, it's going to hit the glass and then bounce back off, so that in this direction, so that the light doesn't come straight back up into the camera and give me any really horrible reflections or lens flare. Now I have a few bits and pieces that I've collected up that are quite colourful, which I think will make some great backdrops. So we're going to get into the shooting and show you the process. Right, so I'll run you through my camera settings here. I'm shooting at f16 because I want the greatest depth of field that I can do. I don't want things to fall off, and I want them to be nice and sharp all the way through. I'm shooting at a shutter speed of 200th of a second, I'm hand holding this, and I want to reduce any movement or anything, so I'm going to keep that quite high. And I'm at an ISO of 100, and that should reduce any noise in the image. My flash there is set at 16th power, and I'm just using the kit lens. I'm going to come over the top here. I'm going to focus in, not on the background, but onto the actual water drops themselves. And you'll notice I'm completely parallel to my subject. I don't want to be at any sort of angle. I'm going to grab one shot there. And that looks absolutely great. And if you're just using a kit lens, you can quite happily get away with these images. They look absolutely superb. But I do have a 10mm macro ring, so I'm going to pop that on to the camera. And what this will allow me to do is get that a little bit closer. I'll pop that onto the camera there. That's superb. So my settings are still all the same at the moment. And focus in some of these bubbles. As you move, you'll notice that the refraction in the bubbles from the subject underneath changes ever so slightly, so you can just move around just a little bit and find just how you like it. I'm going to go there. I think that's absolutely superb. And yes, that looks absolutely brilliant. So this box file is perfect in the background. It's giving me some great images. Now I'm going to try a few other things. So I have here an old box of celebrations. There's no celebrations left in it. I have eaten them all, as you can probably tell. And again, I'm just going to come in over the top. I'm going to focus in on some of those water droplets there. Superb. I'll grab some images, and that's great. You'll be able to see there that the celebrations logo is refracted superbly in those water droplets there. Now you can use anything really colourful, or you could use anything patterned. So I'm just going to swap this out, and I've got like this leopard skin sort of patterned box lid. There's a few marks on it. It's an old box. I'll try and find the best bit. And again, I'm just going to come in over the top. I'm just going to find my focus. Superb. I'm getting some fabulous images here. So, like I said, use anything colourful, anything patterned, and go through and see what you can make. I'm going to carry on here a little bit, get a few images together, and I shall see you at the editing process. Right, I've picked an image from all the ones that I've taken. I'm quite happy with this one. For this one I used a painting in the background that my daughter had done, which was a rainbow. She's 8, loves painting, and I thought it would make the perfect background for this. And as you can see, it's looking a little bit flat, so we've got to do a little bit to make this look really good. So first thing I'm going to come and do is come across to this clarity slider. I'm going to push it all the way up. I'm probably going to go to plus 100. That's looking much better. And then I'm going to come to the vibrant slider. I'm going to push this up as well. Keep going a little bit more, say around about 60, that's pretty good. And then I'm also going to come to my saturation slider and I'm going to push that up a little bit as well. There I am at plus 17, and that's pretty much done. I can see needs a little bit of tidying up. Looks as though there was a hair or something that's fallen on, so I'm going to have a quick go around this before I finish up, but that looks pretty good. Now you can use these for anything you want. You can put them up as artwork, you can use them as backgrounds for other projects, or you could use them for screensavers for your phone or your computer, something like that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell for notifications of future videos. If you have any topics you would like me to cover, be sure to pop a comment below with what you'd like me to cover, and I will see what I can do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and ta-ta for now.